I, I, I am alive. My head is pounding. My, um, I'm grateful that I feel like I can move my feet a little bit. I am grateful that I have such a beautiful gift of an Easter lily. Um, I I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Um, I feel like I want to share something with myself, and I don't know what it is because my head is hurting so much, and um, but I know that it's something along the lines of, even though I am hurting in multiple arenas, and I have been stuck in this bed for way too long, and I feel very daunted and unsure as to how I'm going to organize and pack everything up to move again in a few weeks. I know that at some point I will be able to get up again. And even though this basement is too big for me, and there is much frustration and pain with the impotence that I feel, I am going to get through. And I have gotten through everything so far. I mean, oh, that's pretty amazing, really. Just that in and of itself. And I've mostly been doing all right. Um, I actually had gotten to the point where I was walking semi easily ish between spaces. I wasn't having to kneel walk the way I have for so long. I wasn't having to spend as much time laying down in between, even getting from one room to the next. And, but I guess I overdid it. Oh, it's not funny. I overdid it. And then have been overdoing it on my phone, trying to refrain from going insane from the frustration and the pain. You know, I swear without all this impotence, I never would have recognized how ambitious I am. But I do want at some point to live an independent and free life and express myself and share what I can. And yeah, when I'm, haven't been able to really implement any of my ideas or goals or projects, and it's just basic surviving day to day. I mean, I'm just grateful, to have friends who love me and provide beautiful Easter lilies and all the love that I receive. I'm grateful that I can cook again and cook food that pleases me regularly and immensely. Grateful that even though so much is a mess and I would prefer much more cleanliness and organization, it's never gross. I mean, I'm OCD, so it's all gross, but it's not filthy. It's just clutter, Although my laundry has been waiting for a week for me to actually do the load. But I haven't, needed to do that. So it's gone by the wayside, as all unessentials have. And so, yes, am I disappointed that I overdid it again after such a lovely few days of experiencing a measure of swiftness, so to speak. It's still slow, but it's, there was less pain and there was a little more ease of movement. So then to have a day or so just mostly in bed, I mean, it's a good thing I prepped the meals that I prepped so that I have needed to be in the kitchen minimally, but I'm not exactly sure what I did to overdo it. So that's never fun, and for me is a little scary. So doing my best always, and especially to try to learn how to rest regularly and effectively, recuperatively. But yeah, I'm really not looking forward to this next getting up and moving, and that's really sad because I went for several days where it wasn't that big of a deal, and I could just kind of move when and as I needed to, and I didn't have to go through all the effort of priming myself to be able to move and talking myself through knowing that I would manage the pain well enough, and stealing my, inner strength to get up and get through all the essential necessary movements of each day, of each, bathroom trip, kitchen trip, out of this room to experience a little bit of direct sunlight, even if I couldn't go up and outside. It was very nice to have a few days where each time I felt like I needed to and was ready and wanted to, I just did. And then yesterday and today, just doing almost nothing. Was proud of myself yesterday for not pushing further. But then today, I had to push a little more this morning than I anticipated, and then ended up things didn't even work out because I had not turned the on switch of the battery to charge the Jazzy, so I couldn't go out into the sunshine and go to church. And it was going to be the first time in like 6 months that I would have been able to go to church. So, but then just all the miscalculations, I ended up going up and down the stairs several times, and I took the stairs with normal steps instead of sliding along the wall like I usually do. And I guess that's how I miscalculated and have not been able to. Anyway, I am going to, any minute now, I'm going to get strong enough to push myself up and through the pain that's required to go to the bathroom. And then I'm going to go and do more food. I been needing to for a few hours, but it just wasn't I push and I push and I push. I keep going and going and going, and then sometimes I just can't push myself. And it's really frustrating and sad and irritating. And something that I normally do not dwell upon or expound upon or share at all. I mean, I will in, a few sentences here and there when it's absolutely essential, when somebody's acting like if I just mind over matter it, or if I just, try harder. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Mind over mattering it is what put me in this position. Trying harder is my problem. I overdo. And there are times where I know I just need to let something go until later. And I hate unfinished business. And I will just, if I can, I'll push through anything and everything to get it accomplished. Especially if I know it's going to take me another week or month or a year to get to it. And I always knew there was something different about my body, but I got gaslit and convinced as a child that, you're no different. You're no different than anybody else. You're no different. Stop making excuses. Everyone else can do it. Oh, you're just hitting the volleyball wrong. Your wrist shouldn't hurt. You're just doing it wrong. Years and years later, professional volleyball coaches letting me know that no, you're not doing it wrong. That's weird. I don't know why your wrists are hurting that bad. And so many just countless stories, but it doesn't matter. The point is, I needed to tell myself Sweetheart, you're feeling sorry for yourself. And I understand. And it's valid. But please, can we not keep watching YouTube videos? Even if they're educational, even if they're relatable, even if they're super confirming and true, I haven't felt capable of getting up and moving and pushing myself to do that yet for hours, but did I have to have my face, glued to the stupid machine that is allowing these beautiful flowers to be seen and remembered by me for the future? I'm not going to be upset with myself for it, but can it be enough now? Because the only time I ever spend hours and hours on my phone is when I'm alone and I can't move and I feel sorry for myself. When I'm not feeling sorry for myself, I'm painting, or I'm just breathing and meditating, or I'm remembering beautiful memories that I have with my children and praying that they will someday remember some of them too. Or I'm imagining being in the future and being able to hug them and let them know that if I could have physically done more, I would have. And or I'm thinking about what I'm going to get at the grocery store the next time I'm able to get there, or, just, but that's a pattern, is that if I'm watching other people's lives more than I'm living my own, even when I'm having mobility challenges and I'm struggling, and it's because I feel sad and a little bit sorry for myself. And even if it's just point zero whatever percent, even if it's 0.000001%, feeling sorry for myself just has never really afforded me anything. It's never really served a positive, powerful purpose and provided anything I don't profit from it. And so, please, please, sweetheart, stop zoning out and getting glued to this screen unless it's really, really assisting. I probably, if I had allowed myself to think about it, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes ago, would have had the capacity to push myself through the pain that's necessary to get to the bathroom. And my bladder and my brain would have thanked me. And just, come on, girl, you're always telling others to be kind to themselves and their mind, and you have very rarely given someone crap for the traps and ruts and mistakes that they've made. And, you know, don't do that now, but just recognize that when it's like, yeah, you can't push yourself too much, but this is an addictive device that has been proven over and over. And people, we just, sometimes knowing and being aware isn't enough. And so I'm asking you, we're asking ourselves, okay, can we please spend some time staring at the ceiling or at those beautiful flowers or whatever there is, and allow to sit in the uncomfortability and the foreign feeling of actually feeling sorry for myself. I've never spent time there. And I think it would be healthier to spend time actually feeling sorry for myself than to try to avoid it and absorb whatever is going on out there in the world, even if it's educational. And we all know I'm addicted to knowledge and learning things. So let's not make it even worse for ourselves. Oh my word. Okay. We can do this. I'm going to start looking at what I'm seeing right now, but not through the screen. I'm going to detox from my cell phone. That is it.